Hey, it's time to paint for the second day. Oh, that was kind of a rhyme. All right, so first things first, we're gonna make sure that your table is set up correctly. So we've gotta do our jobs. Yellow person, your paint. Pink person, you are the papers. Could be a little tricky to pass those out today because they're all mixed up. So we're looking for names. They won't be in your table folders. Blue person, your water and brushes. Losing my own hair. And green person, make sure you have paper towels for everyone so that we can wipe our brush. And we will pause for you to do your jobs. And then we'll come back and talk about paint mixing. All right. Is your table set up? Well, you can't really see mine, but I promise it is. So I have the water, there's my brush in my hand, paper towel, paint, and then obviously painting. Now, I don't have to share because I'm here by myself, which is also why I'm not wearing a mask. But if you are sharing, make sure it's in the middle so that two people can access things at the same time. So you need to be able to access water and you need to be able to access paint. All right, speaking of, I feel like at this point, I'm ready for another color. Some of you got another color last time. Some of you are still working on balancing your yellow. So balancing means it's kind of evenly spread out. So easy way to look at it is, do I have it at the top, bottom, side, somewhere in the middle? Do I have it spread out, but also quite a bit of it? And again, I told you last time, yellow is not my favorite color, but I'm using it first because it's a light color. It's easy to hide mistakes. I can also go back over it with the marker really easily. Don't trust anyone. Wash your paintbrush. So how do we wash it? Push all the way to the bottom, and then when you're wiping it, let's see, make sure you can see this, pull it back. We don't want to ever shove the brush into the paper towel. It's going to bend the hairs and you won't get as much control. So pull it and you'll get that. Look how nice and pointed it is. Like, look at that point. It's because I pulled it back, and I'm also double checking it's clean. So at this point, I'm ready for another color. Some of you got blue last time and you were actually able to make some green. So I just want to demo that. What I'm going to do is scoop up some yellow, and that was a lot. Ooh, you can't see that. I scooped up a lot of yellow. And I'll probably come back and grab more. And you might be thinking, why don't I just put the blue and the yellow and call it good? We're done with yellow. But you're not done with yellow because there's more to come. Now, either wash your brush to get to the blue, or if you have a partner and their brush is clean, I don't see why not. That they couldn't, that doesn't even make sense. I don't see why they could not grab the blue for you. Okay, my brush is clean now. I'm gonna grab not as much blue as I did yellow, maybe like 1 scoop, and then I'll start to stir. And when I stir, I'm not gonna spread it everywhere. There's more coming, you guys, so you wanna keep your plate kind of clean and organized. I used to say tiny tornadoes, meaning I'm just turning my brush, tiny tornado, tiny tornado. It's round and round and round and round, but I'm keeping the color in a general area. I don't want it to get all over the plate. Again, there's still another color, plus 2 more colors to mix. So now that I have yellow, green, blue, I am going to paint a little bit and pause this, and I will come back. Please wait. All right, I'm back. So at this point, now I have balanced, there's that word again, balanced my green, balanced my blue, and I'm ready for some mixing. I am kind of lazy, or maybe strategic. So my brush has blue on it. I'm gonna grab that right now, not even gonna wash it first, and I'm gonna make a second pile. And for those of you that might be predicting what's coming next, well, I don't wanna spell the secret. So here we go. So I've got it. Yellow still clean. There's my green. You can't see that. Yellow is still clean. There's my green. I have blue and blue. But there's still one more primary color, and we didn't even talk about that, but I know a lot of you have looked at the wall with the color over by the windows, and you've noticed that there are color groupings, one of them being primary colors, and we are making secondary colors. I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I hope that's okay with you. Typically, we would call the third primary color red, but I gotta tell you guys, magenta or like a pink makes the most beautiful purple and the most beautiful orange. And so if it's okay with you, we will use the magenta for mixing, but I'll still give you some red, just maybe not today or maybe later today. Now, these plates are tiny. So if you have bad habits and you're messy, this is gonna be a struggle for you. I am gonna put the magenta on your plate in an open spot. And now, if you want to, you can grab some magenta, mix it over here into your blue, but we're also gonna bring some over here. Is what color am I missing of the secondary colors? I am missing 2 at this point. I'm about to make one right now, and it's gonna look really dark on your screen, but it's so pretty. So I'm making purple, and again, it's such a better purple than it is with the red. And if you like this purple, you can go with it. It's more like a blue violet purple. So I'm gonna use it a little bit and then wash my brush and actually make a different purple. Now I'm going really fast, definitely not using my best technique, not modeling for you what you should do. I'll put a little bit down here, because once I change the pile of purple, oopsie, and I make a new version, I probably won't be able to make this exact same color again. So that would be a bummer if I change it before I'm actually ready to move on to something new. So it's not a ton of purple, but I'm also gonna make some more. So I'm washing my brush, and I'm gonna grab more of that magenta, like a whole bunch this time, and I'm gonna just change that purple to a different version of purple. So now it's kind of more toward a red purple, or I don't know, what else do you call it? You guys have all kinds of names for colors. It's just a different version of purple. I'll put them right next to each other, kind of let them blend, excuse me, blend in together. So what I just showed you could have happened with green also. I made more of like a yellow green, but I could have made like a teal green just by adjusting the amount of yellow or the amount of blue. Now typically I'd keep going with this color, but I'm gonna pause because you guys are at this point saying, stop talking and let us go paint. But I gotta make sure I show you one more thing. So remember how I scooped up the magenta and put it in a new spot? Now I need to add yellow to that. So bunch of yellow, stir it up, and I should have my third secondary color. Yes, I do. And that's orange. So at this point I have like a full rainbow that is the substitute for red. So magenta, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And there can be different versions. Like I said, you can have a different version of green or a different version of orange or a different version of purple, but we want to be able to make all of those on these tiny little plates. And the trick to that is constantly washing your brush and being very careful with your tiny tornadoes when you are mixing. So not spreading the paint all over the place, just keeping it in a tiny space in a pile instead of like trying to paint the plate. We're not painting the plate, we're painting our painting. All right, I'm done talking. Have fun.